And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. Brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, well, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Tar Heels are on the move. The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Gonna try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Caught over the middle. It's Banks. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Takes a hit as he fires.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. The Tar Heels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater.
nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
He wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Blue Devils are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. You just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Looking downfield on 1st down. That pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Turan. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Terrain. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this 3rd quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. He had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to line up this score. Breaks into the open. Spinderella. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down. He now has 53 yards rushing for them so far as he closes in on that 1,400-yard mark. The Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Gives it on the option. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. After run, now throw. Catch in the middle, it's Donald. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tar Heels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically. And he's got it! Touchdown, North Carolina!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've settled for field goals on each of their last 2 drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Makes the grab over the middle. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. He'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsive teams.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Nice job on this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but man, we've got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Banks. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Quick strike through the air for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Turin. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. He breaks a tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go going down. He goes at the 39.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge, and that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The sure hands, it's Banks. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Swings it out to his running back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They go to the draw. Got enough for the first. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Leaves it with the back. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Working the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and lead the clock. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him slipping.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds a man on the left. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. On the ground, it's Turay. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. They're working that left side. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to that game?
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Tar Heels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here, but